What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and today we have got a lot of topics to talk about for the next FEH update, which is going to be happening next month, and it brings a lot of new things which I didn't really expect, many people didn't expect, and if you're new here, do consider subscribing because I'll be going in depth for these weapon refines that we're going to be getting, as well as the Divine Code path. So with that said, let us begin. And first of all, we have got Divine Codes Part 2, and what this is going to allow you to do is have access to more combat manuals basically, and they're going to be adding 3 houses combat manuals for that new path using the Divine Codes Part 2, so we can get some pretty good fodder from the 3 houses units because most of them do have really good skills. And from now on, we are not going to be getting Divine Codes Part 1 Divine Codes. Instead, we're going to be getting Part 2, but the good thing is that they have made these Part 2 Divine Codes backwards compatible, so in case you want to redeem a combat manual from the Part 1 of the Divine Code section, then you can still use it. So it's really good that they have made it backwards compatible, so there's no regret of missing out these Part 1 manuals if you really want them. I'm actually really excited for this. I hope we can get more paths, but they have just said that 3 houses is going to be getting a new path, so that's the only one we know right now. But it would be really exciting to see a lot more paths, and this just allows us to pretty much get premium fodder with the Divine Codes, which is absolutely amazing. So that's a really exciting news, and another really good news is that we are going to be able to add more friends. So the friends list limit has been increased from 100 to 150. I wish that this was 200, but still this is a really good step in the right direction, because as it is, the friend units usability is still pretty limited in FEH, but this just allows you to have more options on your friends list, which means that you can have more options in stuff like Grand Conquest, Rival Domains, Pawns of Loki. And you can also have, more friends to challenge with Aether raids, mock battles. So all of those things are really amazing with extra friends. So feel free to leave your friend code in the comment section down below if you want people to add you, and if you also want to add other people. You could also leave what kind of lead units you use usually on your account so that people can, add you if they're looking for a specific character. For example, I'm probably gonna add few of you guys from the comment section as well, because the limit increase is really nice, because I always had to remove a friend if I had to add another new one. So that's really good. And another change that we have is for Tempest Trial Plus. So basically they have given us the target score here, which pretty much allows you to get extra scoring so that you can have better cumulative score. I think this might be like 6,800 if you add all of this. So you could get that extra score on the first day, which is going to be pretty insane. But still, it's something that we have to see in practice, because I'm not really too sure if it's going to be 6,800 or it's going to be less than that, or just 3,000, which it says at 600. But I think it's probably going to be the former, which means that you can easily get the all of the rewards fast. And we also have the Ephemera units and the weapon refines. So let's talk about the weapon refines here. We did see a bit of teaser of Lyon's refine in FEH compilation video, where he had this purple glow around his sprite, which just meant that he's probably gonna get a refine soon. Lyon is such a fan favorite from Sacred Stones, so I really hope that he can get a very solid weapon refine, and he's also a really popular merge project. Right now he kind of gets dunked by Sophia, who also has resplendent stats, so I hope that Lyon's refine can be really stacked, and I hope it's not just Triangle Adept like Cecilia. I mean, Triangle Adept is not bad for Cecilia, but I know that many people are going to be disappointed if it ends up being like Triangle Adept, just like Cecilia's. So that is Lyon. I really hope it can be something like mini Fallen Lyon, giving him a bit of damage reduction. Maybe something like that could be done. We also have Laura Shell, who's also a really popular character who a lot of people like to merge. And Ivaldi is pretty much similar weapon to Gleipnir that Mage Ayra had, but she of course got her weapon refined way earlier than Laura Shell. Laura Shell finally getting her chance, and I believe she's the first Gen 2 unit from 3-star 4-star pool who has got a weapon refine. And I hope that it can be a pretty good weapon refine, a bit better than Mage Ayra's. Her weapon refine is pretty nice, but I feel like Ivaldi should be a bit different and not just one-to-one copy of Gleipnir, because if it was gonna be a copy, then they might as well have added this way earlier. So that is Laura Shell, and then we also have Halloween Nowi, completely breaking the norm, setting a new precedence, because no seasonal unit before this had got a weapon refine. And it seems like now seasonal units can also get a weapon refine if they have a preferred weapon, at least now. So Halloween Nowi does have Grimoire Tome, which is basically a mobility tome giving you pretty much the aerobatics effect. So I feel like she might get some kind of bond refine or unity refine or something similar. She will need something really strong because Summer Byleth is absolutely insane as a red mage flyer. So she already has a lot of competition and she doesn't really have as much speed as, you know, Summer Byleth obviously. So this is something that not many people expected, to be honest. Seasonal units getting a weapon refine was not a thing, but now it is. And I really like the fact that they are not occupying the, you know, existing 4 slots of weapon refine each month. Instead, they have a 5th slot. So we are pretty much going to be getting 5 refines every month if this keeps up, which is really good. And I definitely like that change. Honestly, in my opinion, they should just do 8 refines per month. We still haven't been done with the entirety of Gen 1 units. Like, you could finish a degree in 4 years, but ever since the launch of FEH, in 4 years, we still haven't finished the weapon refines of Gen 1 units. So this is still a pretty good step in the right direction. If you do have some Gen 1 seasonal units who do have a preferred weapon, then there's definitely hope that they can get a weapon refine. Ishtar is also here with the Mjolnir refine. The sad part is that after Ishtar came out, just after a while, Ophelia came out, and we all know how good Ophelia is. And Ishtar just kind of fell off, really. Not many people use her. So Mjolnir could have a really good weapon refine. She's a 5-star locked unit after all. She could maybe get, you know, reverse desperation, kind of like for Seti Tome of Lyon, because she did have Adept, I believe, in FE4. So that is going to be an option if they decide to go that route. Otherwise, Mjolnir's -1 special cooldown is definitely pretty amazing. So hope she can get something nice. And then at last we've got Ayra. She has got Ayra's Blade, which was pretty much dead on arrival even in 2017, like 4 years ago, because people just preferred running Slaying Edge to have 1-turn Regnal Astra so that she could retaliate back with it. Now Ayra did get a bit of new life after damage reduction skills came out, but still, like, she faces insane amount of competition for the speedy swordy category, so she definitely needs something that can, you know, help her a bit. Because for many people, Ayra was their first speedy sword unit that they invested quite a bit into, like with Distant Counter, Wrath, and stuff like that. So yeah, Ayra getting a weapon refine finally is definitely pretty nice. Let's hope that Reinhardt and other Distant Counter weapon units from Gen 1 can also get some weapon refines. So those were the weapon refineries. Pretty excited about this batch, honestly. Really looking forward to Lyon and Ayra's weapon refine particularly. And then we have got the new Ephemera units. So, you know, next month's 5-star lineup, I wouldn't say it's all that good, because Female Morgan just has the Serpent Tome that you could fodder her off for, and Guard if you want to save up your Nisalas, I guess. So not the most premium fodder, but it's pretty good if you want to get a merge on her. So I'll just quickly go over these units and give you guys like a short review. And then we've got Spring Marissa, same goes for her. Flashing Carrot is not a very good weapon. Reposition and Speed Defense Link is already present on Norn, and Speed Defense Link is also available on Cynthia. Flyer Guidance is available on Trevant, so it doesn't really give you much value in terms of skill inheritance if you know, get Spring Marissa, unless you of course want to get a merge on her. And then the most exciting thing about the Ephemera units is that Tempest Trial units can be a possibility here, which is absolutely insane, because this pretty much saves you like 500 Grails and brings down their overall Grail cost. So this is such a good change, honestly. I hope they can have this as a consistent thing and, you know, just give us the Tempest Trial units, because this just saves up so many Grails. And Dancer Eldigan is such a popular plus 10 merge project as well. I feel like, at least I have him on my free-to-play account, so I could have definitely saved up some Grails if I didn't already plus and merge him. And even if you don't want to merge him, Courtly Candle is still a pretty good weapon to have without spending any kind of Grails. So it's absolutely amazing for his damage reduction on slower lance units, which, you know, majority of them are. We don't have as many fast lance units as we have, you know, fast sword units. So Courtly Candle is a pretty good weapon. So this is something which sets a new precedence again. So we got seasonal weapon refines and also Tempest Trial units in the Ephemera pool, which is amazing. And then we have got bars for his reposition. So if you're missing reposition, you could definitely get him. Speaking of missing reposition, I'm missing that on my unit layout, so I apologize for that. But we all know what he comes with. And then we have got Echidna, who also has Drive Attack, and she's also a pretty popular merge project, so that's pretty good. And then we've got Forest with really underwhelming fodder. Res Ploy is a thing, I guess, but you would have to spend feathers for that. Fortress Resistance is also a slotted skill that he comes with. Not the best fodder, but still pretty good unit to plus and merge because he has really good attack stat for a Staff Cavalier in the 3-star 4-star pool. And finally we have got Shanna. She's the only unit in the 3-star 4-star pool who has got Desperation at 4-star. So she's definitely gonna be a unit that I highly recommend you pick up because it can be really hard to get Shanna, and she does have really useful skill in Desperation. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to probably get Dancer Eldigan, Shanna, and Barst for sure, and probably snag like female Morgan. It would be nice to get a merge on her, but yeah, 5-star this time around for Ephemera units isn't really that strong unless you want merges, and Eldigan being there definitely sets a precedent. So that was the Ephemera units, and now we move on to the Aether rates changes. So tier 39 will be added, and this is a new tier above tier 38 in Vault of Heaven, and this will pretty much allow you to get more rewards in heavy quotation marks because the rewards are probably going to be marginally better than tier 38. And I feel like tier 39 is probably going to be like a bait tier because you're still going to be staying in Vault of Heaven if you just stay in tier 38. Following the pattern difference between each tier, then it's highly likely that tier 39 is going to be 400 points more than tier 38, which pretty much ends up at 21,200 points. And to get there, you definitely need merges. You cannot do it without merges. You will need 10 mythic merges, assuming that you get perfect defense that week. So definitely really hard to reach if it ends up being that. But if not, then it is going to be easier if it's like just 100 or 200 points more. But it's probably going to be 400 points more. It's going to be like giving an aim to the super whales and whales who have really a lot of merges on their mythics. And it's basically going to be a tier that you don't necessarily have to reach to stay in Vault of Heaven, but it's like the highest tier. So, you try to reach it for your own satisfaction, I guess. They are just going to be changing the class in Vault of Heaven, which was pretty weird that it stayed the same. And there's also going to be a new background. Go see the view from the heavens with your own eyes. Are they trying to kill us or something? Does that mean that? I'm just kidding. We also have Healing Tower, which is going to be upgradable to level 8, both for offense and defense. So it's a really popular structure for both offense and defense, honestly. And on defense, it's like a mandatory structure unless you're using someone like Winter Bernadetta, pretty much. So a lot of people are going to be trying to upgrade that. And this probably means that we are going to be seeing a Bold Tower increase as well. And they're also going to be adding 2 new songs in Aether Resort. Eliwood's theme and also Brother and Sister from Shadows of Valentia. Those are some pretty chilled songs, honestly. I really like Eliwood's theme, honestly. It's really amazing. And then finally we have some Mjolnir Strike changes, which is actually pretty important this time around because the shield phase will be lasting for 2 days. Which is really amazing because many people missed the shield phase because it only happened for 1 day. So this pretty much means that you're less likely to miss it as you have more time now to play it. And they're also going to be increasing the level cap of Summoner a Flame. And we're also going to be having Veld and male Kris in the Grail shop, which means that from the next Hall of Forms, we're going to be able to see stuff like Return Plus on staff units, and also Plegian weapons are going to be available. So that is going to be a pretty interesting thing for many people who are trying to use their Pharma Soul. And they also have some other small changes like being able to view a hero's level up dialogues and catalog of heroes. So let me know what you think about this FEH update. What is your favorite part of this update? Let me know, because we definitely got to see some things which we were not expecting. And honestly, this kind of information, I wouldn't be surprised if it was revealed in a FEH channel. But without a FEH channel, we got this kind of news with Tempest trial change, Divine Codes Part 2, Tempest trial unit being present in Ephemera, and seasonal units getting a weapon refine. So hope you all enjoyed this video. I want to thank all of my YouTube members for their constant support, and if you enjoyed, then please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes make my videos wait for as long as 3-star, 4-star Gen 1 healers have been waiting for their weapon refines. So that's it, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.